Hello everybody, welcome back to our little tarot corner. I'm Allie from Tarot, and I have another very exciting deck to show you all today. This is the amazing Catfolk Tarot by the folks over at Libra Moon, the same creators of the Serpent and the Peacock Tarot, which I've shown on this channel. They currently have this up on Kickstarter, and yeah, they released some early copies for some creators, and so I jumped at the chance to get to show it. And I also received a special little something that we will get into shortly. But let's just dive right in. So, similar packaging to their tarot decks. You can see, obviously, this one is beautifully embellished with the gold foil. And it's got the name on the side, on the spine, very nice on a shelf. And I've already shown you the back while I was talking, but this is artwork by a Pennsylvania folk art artist, Pamela Smith. So you can see it's very, very great packaging. Another sturdy box. I love how they package their decks. Now, I did go ahead and unwrap everything and count cards just so I didn't have to worry about that on camera. So I did do the tiniest little bit of cheating, but not crazy. Now, as soon as you open this, look at this beautiful art that is on the inside of this box. How cool is that? And then we have a beautiful luxe guidebook, similar to their other guidebooks. Perfect bound, nice and thick, good information in there. So it looks like we get about a page each, or 2 pages total per card. The image with the keywords on one page, and then a breakdown on the other, which is very nice, and it goes all throughout the majors and the minors. So that is excellent. Now, I, as y'all know, am a huge fan of linen cardstock, and this is another one of their beautiful linen decks. You can definitely see the texture there with my light. But these are the beautiful backs. They match the inside of the box there with a big moon and the beautiful cat and the stars that have that gold foil accent again. Now, this deck is gold edged, which I do not mind at all. And the inside of the box, oh my gosh, the inside of the box where the cards are, these little eyes peeking out like a cat is hiding back there. And what I really like too is this is a velvet lining that fits your deck nice and securely, and it's a ribbon that's nice and secure in there. So very, very great packaging. I love how they handle that. So let's set that right there. And again, we'll kind of get into the guidebook here in a little bit too. But let's take a look at these cards. Again, linen cardstock, super, super swishy, slippery deliciousness. Let's zoom in. So I didn't change the order that these were presented in. So when you open your deck, let's see if I can fix that light a little bit there. When you open your deck, you do see the Ace of Wands first. So let's see. I'm trying to get a better focus. Sorry. There we go. I think we may have done it. Okay. I'll kind of lift it up too. So here's the beautiful Ace of Wands, and the gold foil is all along the edge. You see the title of the deck, Catfolk Tarot, and these little paw prints all along the edge. Look how sweet. We have our beautiful two. I am not a cat person. I do not hate them, but I do not own cats. I own my dogs, and so I don't own any cat-specific decks. That's a lie. I do have a mini Bohemian Cats by Baba Studios, but I don't use it very often. Oh my gosh, look at this Five of Wands. It's a cat and a dog fighting. I'm just so in love with this artwork. It's so sweet. You can definitely get the feel of it, that it's folksy. Look at that sweet little face. And the colors, like, it almost looks like watercolors. Very pretty. Why are my hands are shaking because I'm drinking some coffee, so pardon. Look how cute. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't really have any, aside from that one, cat-specific decks, but this immediately caught my attention. And you can see it's very true to Rider-Waite-Smith as well. So, you know, if you're newer to tarot, you definitely shouldn't have any trouble learning your card meanings with this deck. Oh my gosh, look at its little eye patch and its little wrapped paw. That is a perfect Nine of Wands. I like too that you've got the titles in the border to kind of keep the artwork free. Ten of Wands with it trying to reach up, trying to get that bird's nest. But it's gonna fall. Yeah. This is so whimsical and cute. I love here that we have the tie-in for the page with a book. You know, that sense of learning, gaining knowledge, and just starting on a journey. That's really great. Here we have our knight, and he's like flying on the wand, kind of like a broom, a nod to a little witchy cat, perhaps. Got the moon in the background with maybe some birds or bats. I'm gonna say bats, because I'm forever a spooky girl. Look at this sweet, regal Queen of Wands. I love her dress and her crown. She looks very poised, very sure of herself. She's a white cat, so she is all about the regal. And here we have our cute little king. They match each other perfectly. So cute. All right, then we get into our pentacle suit with our ace. Again, very much familiar artwork that you will recognize from the Rider-Waite-Smith. So, very, very usable, straight up out of the box, absolutely. Look at these three different kitties. Got an orange cat, a little gray cat, and a black cat working together. Perfect image for the three. We have the 4. He's holding on tight. He said, not my coins. And we have the 5. Again, this little eye patch. This little bell locked out in the snow outside these stained glass windows. It just seemed to me like a very fun deck and a very whimsical deck and a light-hearted reader for sure. And 6 of Pentacles, he's giving him a little fish. Or perhaps he just took the fish from the orange cat. Like the orange cat gave it to him. Don't know. We have a 7. Eight with his little hammer, hammering away. The 9, taking a nap with his little bird friend. And the 10, all the little babies. And the little fish. So you really get that sense of, you know, plenty. And that sense of contentment. And we have our page. Exploring that pentacle. The knight, oh my gosh. In a little suit of armor. Okay, that's really precious. See what I mean? This just seems like a very fun deck to use. We have our Queen of Pentacles. And our King. Look how cute they are. Now, as I'm filming this, now we're going to get into our sword suit. As I'm filming this, I believe I checked on Kickstarter this morning, you have 12 days left to back it. And today is, oh my gosh, what is today? January 6th? Yeah. Today is January 6th, so you have until the 18th to back this deck. Look at that rich, beautiful blue in the sky here for our 2. And the little 3. I like the imagery that we have in this one of a little cat friend in the background. Almost instead of the rising sun, you actually like get a figure over here who's maybe like here to help, you know? Like it's not all doom and gloom. Here we have the 4 resting. And the 5. Ooh, this one's sassy. He's giving you a little wink. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. Yes, so 12 days left to back this on Kickstarter. And I will say I just really love how attentive this creator is to her backers and her attention to detail in production. Obviously, again, from the quality guidebook to the box to these cards, you can tell there's just a lot of painstaking attention to detail, and I really appreciate that. You know, you want people who care about what they're putting out in the world, and Carol knocks it out of the park every time. The Eight of Swords all tied up there. I was really thrilled to get to show this deck off again. I love that she's so generous and allows people to kind of get a chance to see it. Oh, the 10. Wait, hold on. I talked and I didn't even look at that. Look at the little skull that's there. Skeleton skull. You get that kind of sense of something sneaking up on it in the middle of the night for that nighttime anxiety, kind of mental anguish feeling. Love that. And again, the 10. We have our court now. We have the page. Knight. Oh, this one's ready for battle too. He's got his little saddle on. He's prepared. Look at this Queen of Swords. All the queens in this deck are just so cute. And her counterpart, we have the King of Swords. Ugh, how fun. How many times can I say fun? But it just really is. Like, it's such a cute deck. We have our Ace of Cups. Oh, the 2, they're holding a heart together. And they're kind of forming a perfect little circle here, you know, that so you really get that sense of connection for this card, which I love a lot. And the 3, again, this might be, I think this is the same little trio that we saw in the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 4, that kind of off in the distance look. The 5, oh, poor kitty, all those broken glasses. It's interesting in this one that we don't see the bridge and the castle off in the distance when most of the other cards that we don't typically see something like that in, well here, the 6 of Cups is, you know, it's kind of present. So I like that they kind of shake that up a little bit. Here is the 6, now that I talked about it. I like that you get the sense that maybe this is another mother cat kind of watching over her kids playing. You still get that kind of sense of nostalgia and childhood, how you always felt safe and protected and didn't really have any cares when you were younger, how everything was just more simple. So I like where that leads me. It's a little bit extra for the 6 of Cups. We have the 7, this kitty dreaming with all the different things in the cups. Let's see, what do we got? We got a little cat, a little headdress or something it looks like with a snake coming out of that 3rd one, and then a dragon, some jewelry, castle, and a little wreath with the skull on it. Very cool. Very cool 7 of Cups. Here we have the 8. Now this cat isn't in motion, but with its back to us, you still get that sense of, you know, walking away from things that are no longer fulfilling. So that's a solid image for the 8 of Cups there. And then we have the 9 of Cups. The cat finally caught the mouse. Finally caught it. He won. He's got all he needs. And then we have our sweet little cat family in the 10 of Cups, and they're caressing each other. The babies are off playing. You've got the rainbow, very traditional imagery. Everything is right in the world. Love that. We have our little page. It's interesting that we see the page coming out of the cup instead of the fish. But again, whimsical. I like it. We have our knight. I love this sweet little 9 of Cups. I like that he's got a heart on the cup too. It really kind of connects into that sense of love and emotion that you see with the cup suit. We have our queen. Oh, I like her. She's a little bit simpler. She's got her little cape and her little headdress, but she's still got her larger cup there. She's surrounded by water. It's perfect. And then her counterpart, the King of Cups. I don't know why I keep doing that. They look perfect together. So cute. Okay, so now we get into the majors. So it looks like all the minors have white borders and the majors have black borders, which that'll be kind of interesting when it's all shuffled together to see how that looks. So first we start out with our Fool, little magician under the tree with all of his little tools. And again, these are just like the minors. It's hard to kind of catch with the angle on the camera, but they do have the titles down here in the gold foil, as well as the deck title and the little paw prints kind of around the borders there. So everything is there for you. I'm just trying to help focus in on the artwork a little more. Little High Priestess. Look how sweet and earthy. I love that one. We have our Empress. Perfect. We still got that tie to Venus there with her little heart necklace, tie into the shield. We have her wand and her crown as kind of that connection to the queen-like energy. And she's obviously surrounded by nature, so everything you need. Here we have our Emperor, like how he's kind of clothed in red as a nod to that tradition, you know. And I assume that these are going to be some kind of like abstract, folksy rather, little ram's heads up on the top. Yeah, those are kind of the profiles of the rams and full-on rams down there. So we have that tie-in too. Love that. We have our Hierophant in that traditional pose. We don't see any supplicants here in this card, but we do see the crossed keys and the stave that they carry. Stave. What is... I don't know what those are called, but you know what I'm talking about. His little staff here, and his very traditional headdress and his red robe, you know. So you still very much get that Hierophant vibe here. The Lovers. I love here that we've got a lot of traditional symbology. First of all, you know, one black, one white speaks to that yin-yang. They're connected, so it shows that sense of connection. And then you do have the two different trees with the serpent and kind of the overlooking sun there. So you definitely have all the traditional nods to the Lovers. We have our Chariot here. Again, being driven by one black cat, one white cat. We have the stars on the curtains, kind of the cityscape in the distance. Perfect. Strength. It seems like he's almost trying to hold on to that little tower, kind of trying to repair it or bring it back upright. So that's interesting. And we see the limnus get above his head, so I enjoy that. I think that speaks a lot more to inner strength, maybe. You know, when things are difficult, when things are too heavy to hold, you still can do it. And he's alone, so you don't necessarily need anybody else. That strength comes from within, right? So I love that little nod that they got there. We have our sweet little hermit in his little cave with the lantern. Love that. Very traditional Wheel of Fortune. Very, very traditional, although our little Sphinx is a cat. And we have the nod to all the figures around the wheel as well from the traditional RWS. Bright orange wheel. Love that. We have Justice. Traditional. Columns with the sword and the scales. The sword is lifted up, as in it hasn't come down yet, so the decision isn't quite final. Love that. The Hanged Man. Death. We just get a full-on skeleton kitty with a scythe. I'm here for it. And we do have our towers in the background with the rising sun. So I love that. That's so funny. Temperance. Again, we see our nods to tradition with the rainbows, the alchemical symbol on the chest, the two cups pouring into each other, and the one paw on foot, one on water. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, Devil Kitty. Devil Kitty. Love that. We have the tower. The star. We have our moon, which the moon almost looks a little bit sun-like with the rays coming out. So that's kind of interesting. Really harping on that sense of illumination, hardcore there. I'm not mad at it. And here we have our sun with that red banner and the sunflowers and obviously the bright sun. And instead of a white horse, we see a white cat. Very appropriate. We have Judgment. And the World, again, very, very similar to Rider-Waite-Smith with the purple sash and the wreath around the character and the 4 figures around the card. Excellent. Such a fun interpretation, such a cute little artistic cat tarot. I'm in love with this. I hope you all enjoy it as well. This is just a good time. I'm just going to shuffle these in real quick to see how the black and white kind of looks with the minors and majors mixed. I'm going to shuffle real fast. Obviously it's going to shuffle no problem. Well, I'll do a better job. They're getting there, but you can kind of see, you know, the black and the white together. That looks really, really cool. I'm excited. I'm all about this deck. Okay. Very, very cool. So that's the full-size deck. And then, very excitingly, part of the campaign is that they also have created a mini deck. Now, I did pay for my full edition. It was discounted, but it is, you know, the classic edition that I paid for. But Carol decided to send this for me as well because she wanted me to show you all. So it's a little gift, which was so nice. But this is the mini version. So if you order a mini version, it comes in a little black leather satchel like this. And you'll notice mine has a purple heart. There are different colors that yours may have on it, depending on the color of edges you chose. I chose, obviously, purple edging. I mean, hello, how could I not? So, the mini deck comes with a little white book. Better than a little white book. It's another little perfect bound small version. And I don't know, I assume we can take a comparison, but, I mean, it's literally, you know, perfect miniature. So that's awesome. And again, same style backs with the moon and the kitty and the stars, but I chose purple edges. Now, you can, as I said, ooh, what did I just do? You can choose from several colors. As I said, I believe there is obviously purple. There's gold, green, pink, red, I want to say. Maybe 1 or 2 others. I don't know. You'll have to check out the campaign, but I loved the color purple for my edges, so I went with purple. Now, the cool thing about the mini deck is that it is borderless. So you can see the titles are written on the bottom in white or black, depending on the colors that are in the card. So it's the same artwork, but just super small. For size comparison, actually, let's do this. So lined up together, so you have your full size and then you have your mini size. So basically standard tarot size and not quite poker size. A little bit smaller than poker size maybe, but perfect little pocket deck for on the go. If you love this deck like I do, you can take it with you wherever you go. And I like that this is borderless because you don't have to be distracted by all that. You just get the incredible artwork, and it really shines in the mini deck. Like, how fun. I don't know if you can back the mini without the full. You may be able to. Again, I'm not sure, but I'll link the Kickstarter below for sure. And again, you've got 12 days as I'm posting this, so plenty of time to check it out, but how cute. This will be really, really fun for taking in my bag whenever I'm going from the house or anything. So, love that. I'm not showing that one for as long just because, again, same deck, just different size, same linen cardstock, delicious to shuffle. In fact, let's do a little riffle. Yeah, perfection, perfection. This deck is so fun. I love everything Carol makes. She makes such thoughtful decks that are a blast to play with, and they're just fun and funky. I enjoy it so much. Oh, look, there's our little Knight of Cups. Precious. It'll be really good too. Obviously, any mini decks are really good for, you know, bigger spreads and things like that. So, whoop, hello. Love it. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at the guidebook just so we can see if they are the same. I'm pretty sure you'll get the same information in both, but let's be sure. Let's see, let's flip to the Four of Swords. If you don't like spine breaking in, look away. Okay. Four of Swords. Let's find that real quick. Okay. So, you do have, seems like you do get the keywords, which are both, I know it's kind of hard to see with the mini being so much smaller, but they both say rest, retreat, time for contemplation, seclusion, withdrawal, rejuvenation, time to heal or hide away and meditate, a time for stillness and isolation as you rest and regroup. So the mini one is a little bit different. Rest, retreat, time for contemplation, solitude, stillness, isolation, seclusion as you regroup, time to heal and hide away and meditate, withdrawal, rejuvenation. So actually pretty stinking similar. Now, it actually does look like the mini book is a little abridged. So whereas in the big one, it says, despite its association with withdrawal and solitude, this card remains positive. Depicting a body being laid to rest and a sword symbolizing past battles, it represents a period of silence, reflection, and isolation. It highlights the importance of taking time to calm the mind and allows new thought patterns to develop. Once this phase ends, you will re-enter the world with a fresh perspective. While the sword suit engages the mind, the Four offers an opportunity for complete mental rest. Although known for intelligence, this card advises spending more time meditating and allowing thoughts to settle. This break will benefit your health, mind, and spirit temporarily and aid in decision-making. Whereas the mini says, the Four of Swords represents despair but also symbolizes positive silence, reflection, and isolation. It emphasizes the need for relaxation and allowing new thoughts to emerge. Taking a break will improve the body, mind, and soul. So, it is a little bit abridged, but you get the same gist of information for sure. The big one might be a little bit more, not that it's a bad thing, but a little bit more wordy, but still both solid guidebooks. And again, I mean, hello. These are so cute. Let's actually see if I can get, I bet I can get it all in one. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay. That, my friends, is it for the Catfolk Tarot by Libra Moon. I really hope that you enjoyed taking a peek with me. I hope you enjoyed all the art style and all the beautiful production details. Again, head on over to Kickstarter. The link will be in the bio. And thank you again to Carol for giving me the opportunity to share this with you all. I hope you are all having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And until next time, bye.